Hello and welcome to our class, Advanced Taxes. The first thing you will do is you will go to d2l.oakton.edu. You will sign on. Okay, and this is our class. When you go into the class, I suggest you go to the content and you will print out the syllabus. Okay, let's just download it. And this is the tax class. My name is Prashant Rawal. I will be your instructor. Below are my office hours. I am a full-time faculty member at Oakton Community College. In addition to taxes, I also teach tax research and auditing online, and some of you have already been in those classes with me or are taking those classes simultaneously. Now, with advanced taxes, primarily we are covering the areas of corporate taxation, partnerships, C Corps, S Corps, personal holding companies, and trust and estates. This particular class will focus on corporate taxations, as I indicated, and will be conducted online. You will buy a textbook at the bookstore. You can also get an electronic access to electronic text online, but with our textbook you should also get an access code through which you will be able to sign on. Overall, it's a better deal. I would always get a hard copy because it's going to help you when you do your homework. Now, how do you register? Once you get the access code, how do you register for My Accounting Lab, where you will be doing majority of the homework? Okay. This is a and I will also be sending it to you in email. This is a step-by-step instruction on how to register for My Accounting Lab. I'm going to change the title over here, okay, to call it My Accounting Lab Student Registration so you don't get confused. But I'll send this to you in an email as well. If you follow this step-by-step, you should be able to register. This is the instructor code. You will get the access code with the textbook as well. Okay, so coming back to the class, once you register, you should be able to go to My Accounting Lab. Okay, let's go to the class, and now you're in the class. Okay, here are all the assignments. What are these assignments? If you click here, homeworks and quizzes. So let's talk about the assignments first by breaking down. We'll talk about tax return projects later. Let's talk about online quizzes and online homework first. Worth 500 points. Every week there is one chapter. Now, the chapters that I'm offering, they all are open, so you can work at your own pace. You can work faster if you want, but the deadline for the due dates does not change. So, week ending 9/01. If I go in here and I go to my assignments, do homework, okay? Continue. Week ending 9/01. Chapter 1. Chapter 2, week ending 9/08. And chapter 3, similarly, week ending, okay, 9/15. Now, this has to be changed. It is going to be week ending 9/15. There's a mistake here, but with the quizzes, the same way. Okay, chapter 3, week ending 9/15. Essentially, our week starts on Monday, okay, and ends next Monday. Okay, so if I go into September, Monday is 15th, all right, and as you can see, this is 15th. The only problem is in homework. This is 17th by mistake. It has to be changed, which I will change. Okay, so our week starts at 11:59 today, Monday night, and ends on 11:59 next Monday. That does not mean, like for example, chapter 1 is a small chapter. That does not mean that you have to wait till the next week if you want to start on chapter 2. You can get started right away. Okay, and you can finish up and then move on to the next chapter. You have the opportunity to create your own schedule, but the due dates are important for one primary reason. If I don't understand chapter 1, I cannot really understand chapter 2. With the quizzes, there is a requirement. Okay, you can see you have to secure 70% or more on homework for chapter 1, which is right here. You get 3 attempts. When you go in, you will be able to get 3 attempts. And the good part is until your attempts are used up, changes made here will affect your score. Okay, if you go here to do the work, the exact pages you can refer to by going here. So now what is the approach that I suggest based on my experience with other students you should take? The first thing you should go is go to Multimedia Library once you're logged in, okay, and run a PowerPoint of the chapter. Okay, once you do that, just do a quick review of the PowerPoint. I'm not asking you to get into full details, look at each and every word. Do a quick review. For example, what is this chapter about? What does this chapter entail? Tax research, what it's talking about. Okay. Once you do a quick review, jump onto the homework. Look, you get 3 attempts. Okay. Do the first attempt. Keep your textbook in front of you, your PowerPoints if you need to in front of you, and do the homework. The reason why I'm saying that you should try this first, even before reading the chapter the first time, is it will start making more sense. Then you should go right here and then you can read the chapter. That is, of course, if you have not purchased the textbook. Okay, but I would suggest you purchase the hard copy, have the textbook in front of you. It will be of immense help for you. Okay, it's a little bit slow, but here is where you'll be able to run your textbook right here. And then you should see the textbook opens up for you right over here. Okay, and then you can read the chapters. You can have the hard copy in front of you, and that's when you should start dealing with the homework, the second and the third attempts. Okay, once you're done with that, then you can take the quiz. You're going to need 70% grade on the homework to take the quiz. Now, here is what I suggest you do, and here is what I suggest you not do based on my previous experience teaching other students. What I have noticed, friends, is that on Monday night when the week ends on 9/01, that's Labor Day, but when the week ends, I'll log in on 10:30 and I'll see a few students trying to get the work done. Okay, and you will always be struggling with, if you're taking that approach, you'll always get frustrated and stressed out about this. It's like eating. You cannot eat one full meal in a day for a week, like one full meal for a week in one day. What you need to do is you need to cut this into 6 small meals every day. Well, the same approach kind of works here. My suggestion is, it is better, for every chapter you're going to need 4 to 5 hours. Okay, this is an advanced level course and you should have that preparation. You should mentally be prepared for that. My suggestion is the first day, review the PowerPoints, okay, and maybe start on this homework the first time. Second day, read the chapters, because if you have done the homework, you should be able to handle the chapters. And then the third day, like by Wednesday, you should be able to Wednesday or Thursday, you should be able to finish the homework. Maybe Friday or Saturday morning, if you're working full-time, then Saturday morning you can handle the quiz. Now in the quiz, I give you 2 attempts, okay? And I take the better of the 2 attempts. In the homework, you get 3 attempts, okay? Then you take the quizzes. And then what it does is you have worked, I suggest you work in smaller sections, okay? Cut down it into smaller pieces and work in small. It'll be much more what I like to call a much more a much better learning experience for you instead of sitting on Monday night and then spending 4 to 5 hours. That, I have talked with students and that really has not worked. Okay, and so I hope you will strongly take my advice into account and you will plan it accordingly. Okay, then it'll be an enjoyable experience for you. This is an interesting class. I do believe there's a lot to learn, but if you take it in bits and pieces, it'll be a much smoother experience for you, less stressful for you. Okay, so that's about homework and quizzes. Now, after the homework and quizzes, you will take the exams. The exams you will take in the testing center. The exams are very much like the quizzes, multiple choice. The quizzes are all multiple choice questions. The exam is a multiple choice. Prior to taking the exam, you can take the practice exam, exactly similar to the exam. And you will see where you stand, but you will also see those areas where you need to focus on. So that particular week is for the exams. Okay, I hope you'll spend the time to prepare for the exams. Okay, and the exams are in the testing center, and here are some FAQs for the exams. 3 exams for all the 3 sections. Now, exam 1 will be available from tomorrow until October 6th. Exam 2 will be available from October 7 to 11/10. Exam 3 will be available from Tuesday 11/11 to 12/15. Okay, where can I take the exam? The exam has to be taken in the testing center. You will need a password, which only the school has. They will give you the password, they'll log you in, and then you'll take the exam. How many hours should I take? Although it should not take you so long, I give you 2 hours. Will the exam be open book? Yes. You can use your notes and the textbook. This tax is not a test of memorization. Should I call the testing center ahead of time? I would. Okay. Here's the phone numbers for the testing center. You can take it either at Des Plaines or at Skokie. Should I take an ID card with me? Yes, they'll ask for one. Here are the hours for the testing center, and here's the website where you can go and visit the testing center. Okay, so that's how it should work insofar as the testing center is concerned. Here are some FAQs that I have already posted for you. Okay, now homework, quizzes, exam. Exam, 25 questions worth 2 points each. So the total 3 exams are 150 points. You can see right here, exam 1, exam 2, exam 3. In the past, I was not giving the exams, but we need some kind of testing for accreditation. In addition to the exams, we have projects worth 200 points. First, let's talk about tax returns. You will be assigned 2 tax returns. The first tax return will be a corporate tax return form 1120. The second tax return will be a trust tax return form 1041. Both tax returns will also require supporting schedules, and I'll provide samples and explanations for the forms on D2L. You will submit a hard copy of the tax returns in the testing center. Okay? When you come to take the exam, you can bring it with you, the tax project. Please do not email me. There are many schedules, and if everyone starts emailing me, it just becomes very difficult for me, okay, to print this out, grade it. I'm spending more time doing that instead of spending the time to do quality grading. So you will submit hard copies for me. Tax project due by 12/15. Okay, tax project 1 by 10/13, 2 by 12/15. The first one is form 1120. The second one is form 1041. You may ask, what about tax returns for the partnerships and S corporations, and where can I get the information? Partnerships and S corps are very much similar to form 1120, only with a few minor changes, which I will go over in another video recording like this. The information for tax projects will be right here. Right now it's blank, but before next Monday, everything will be set up over here. Okay? In addition to the tax projects, you will also have 2 research cases. 2 research cases. Information will be posted on D2L. So where will I post the information for the research projects? Right here. Okay? Now, for the research projects, you will need to sign on to Checkpoint, our research database. So when you click here, you'll be able to sign on. The first time when you sign on to Checkpoint, you will have to come to the school. Okay, you'll have to go to the library, okay, and they will help you. Now, if you are not going to be taking the exam in the testing center because you're out of area, you live 30 miles away and you have arranged for another testing center, in that situation, we will log you in and email you the password. However, the main criteria that I'll be looking for is you should be living 30 miles or beyond. Otherwise, you will have to come to the school the first time to sign on, okay? And then you should be able to sign on from your house, okay? So that's for Checkpoint. You're going to need Checkpoint for the research. I have recorded a video clip right here for you for an overview on tax research through Checkpoint, okay? But logging onto Checkpoint is a requirement for the class. And then here are some instructional videos on how to use D2L if you're not used to D2L, okay? Finally, the exams right here. All the exams and the quizzes will be posted soon. One more thing that you need to know. The homework is due by these dates. What happens if you don't finish the homework by these dates? You can still do the homework for 70% credit so long as you finish by 10:13 for the first section, so long as you finish by 11:17 for the second section, and by 12:15 for the third section. You can get 70% credit. I do not encourage you to do that because if you don't finish the homework, you cannot do the quiz. And the quiz is already gone, okay? In the rarest of rarest situations, I will open up the quiz for you once if you have, for some emergency, not been able to take the quiz. But think about this. I have put everything up for you. You can create your own schedule. You can do it. I do not encourage you to do this. My intent behind this is to make sure you stay on track, okay? And it's an enjoyable experience for you, and you learn. A good learning experience for you. And that cannot happen if you start falling behind. So please do keep that in mind, okay, when we are working on this. Here's some information about tax softwares. I'm of the opinion that the tax softwares can be used if you want to use it. My suggestion is that when you do the first tax project, you at least understand it, and then if you want to use the tax software, you can, but you'll have to purchase it for these forms. 1120, 1120S, we will be using 1120, okay? So you have that as well, but I'll go over how to how to do the taxes in here. I'll go the research projects over here, and here you have the class information. Finally, your grades. Homework section 1, 90 points. Section 1, quizzes 90 points. Tax project 1, exam 1. Okay. Section 2, research case 1, research case 2, exam 2, and then the third section. The research cases will have to be basically research. You'll answer the questions and you will submit it over here. Okay. Add a file. You will add a file. Okay. And if you have any notes, you'll put them here. And that's basically it, okay, for the research cases. But you will submit hard copies for the tax projects, only 2 tax projects and 2 research cases. You will submit in the Dropbox the research cases, okay? So that's essentially what I have to say. I think I have given you all the information to get started, okay? As I say, it's up to you. If you want to use the tax, you can download these prior year all tax forms, and this is something you can basically work on if you want to use it for your tax preparation forms. I will go over the instructions in a video clip on the tax returns, and that's basically it insofar as the class is concerned. Okay, I welcome you to the class. I look forward to an exciting 16 weeks, and I wish you all the best, and I hope that you get the best grade possible. Thank you and good luck.